Hello, it's Cheryl from Yikes I'm a Chicken Mom. And today I'm going to see if little Dorcas will let me swing her to sleep. Like the other night, it was so sweet. She was following me around like a little dog wanting to be picked up. So I picked her up and I brought her up here. And we swang and swang and she fell asleep. I'm not sure she's going to do it tonight though, because all of her little buddies are walking by here with Rooster Daddy, and she sounded like she might want to get out and go. Let's just see. Can you just relax and let me rock you to sleep? Everybody can see how cute you are when you get rocked to sleep. This is a silver gray Dorking, and her name is Dorcas. And some of the traits are the big, huge combs like she has. Then they have this silver, beautiful silver feathering around their neck. And her feathers are the softest chicken feathers. I mean, Australorps are very soft chickens, but I think this one is especially soft. And then she has a little red breast there like a robin. And the other thing that I don't think is so cute about her, look how, I don't know if you can see how long her tail is. And it's flat like a sword. Most chickens, they have that one feather that kind of like comes up and out here to like flatten it out. Not her. No, not her. Not her. And she is noisy. Yeah, at night out in the coop when it's time for bed, she is one of the noisy girls, aren't you? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, and she likes for me to pick her up and put her up on the roost bar. I mean, we do have like a little walkway that she can walk up, or she can fly up, and she can do both, but she'll just stand there at my feet and talk and talk and talk till I put her up there, which I do. She gets picked on a lot. She was the lowest on the pecking order. She's one of my second group of chickens. And she was on the lowest of the pecking order from both of those groups. And she still gets picked on a lot, but now she has other people to pick on, don't you? Yes, you do. And you do your share of it. She is a really sweet little hen. She really is. Her temperament is so, so sweet. And I was shocked to death to find out how aggressive she was against the babies when I started integrating the chickens. I mean, I thought Jen, my blue Americana, she was low on the first group. And she was like relentless in bullying the second group. And this little meek little girl turned into a little tiger. Yes, you did. You were on the bottom and you said, I'm not going any lower. Yes. Yes, not going any lower. Mm-hmm. They also have, you can tell her legs here, they're real silvery. And they're only about that long. She doesn't have very long legs. And when Rooster Daddy hasn't mowed the grass and she walks across the grass, it rubs her along the belly. And she looks like a little ship sailing through grass. You can't see legs, just a little body moving. It's so cute. Yes, it's so cute. Yes. Are you going to go to sleep? Go to sleep? I bet I held her for a half hour last night. And it was one of the most relaxing things I did all day long. Yes. Yes. Shall I tell them about your little problem that you had the other day? The scare you gave me? Huh? Is it okay? Our neighbor's pigeons are out and they fly over our yard, which is really neat. And there's a robin up here in the corner of my deck, and they have a nest up there and they come flying out too. So anyway, I was giving Dorcas a little butt bath because she was kind of like icky back there. And I had my glove on, had her in her little tub of water, and just scrubbing all the poop off. And And what in the world is that? And I got down and I looked, and she had a prolapsed vent. Oh my gosh, that's one of the things. If you watch back my early videos before I even had chickens, I was going through all the things that I was afraid of, all the pros and the cons, and one of the cons was a prolapsed vent. And I thought, oh, I hope I never have to deal with that. Well, I had to deal with that last night. Not last night, the other night. So, of course, I jump on. I love the Chicken Chick. She's like a go-to source for me. She has a web page and a Facebook page. Just the most beautiful chicken yard. Oh my gosh, I am so jealous of her chicken yard. But anyway, she's got a ton of chicks, and she has written some books about chickens. So I get on her website, and they were saying don't use what's that, hemorrhoid preparation H. Don't use that. They said that used to be the go-to, but now use hydrocortisone. So I didn't have any hydrocortisone. So, and I did, and they said also it could be because she's calcium deficient. Well, I knew I had run out of calcium oyster shells for the chickens, and I had been looking at my Tractor Supply for 3 weeks. They didn't have it. I'm thinking, like, what in the world with this coronavirus are people doing with all these oyster shells that the stores don't have them? So finally, we have a roll came around us too, and they had one bag, and I said, can you put it up at the register? I'm on my way. And which they did, which was really nice. So, but to get some calcium in her real quick, which I've done with some of my other chickens, is I take a tom and I crush it up real fine into powder, and then I mix it into a probiotic yogurt with like live cultures, because the calcium, they said, gives them strength in that muscle that moves the egg down the oviduct. So I did that. I did that. And I got her butt all washed. I got back from the store with all my supplies. And so I suited up, with my gloves again. And I had Vaseline, and I had this hydrocortisone. And then I had her little stuff hanging out the back of her vent. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So, okay, Rooster Daddy held her. He's the greatest and great assistant. Don't ask him to do nothing more than that, though, because he can't handle it. So, so what I did is I couldn't figure out which finger to use because she's such a, little chicken. So anyway, I got that figured out. I had Vaseline, figured that all out. And then she had poop. And I thought, okay, they said that you got to try to squeeze gently on the sides of that protruding material. And help the poop. So I did that. And then the next step was I got the hydrocortisone, and I had to put her insides back up in her vent, and then I would hold my fingers and hold her vent closed to kind of hope it would kind of stick and maybe not come out. But no, it popped back out. So okay, put more hydrocortisone on it. Did it again, and then I held my hand against her, my whole hand up against her butt. And I took another peek, and it was shut. I thought, oh, good, okay. So before we started all that, we set up a cage on my back porch, I got a dog crate that sits on a table, and they said try to limit her sunshine to less than 11 hours, because this breed lays eggs almost every day, white eggs. Because we didn't want to try to slow down her egg production. So I put her in the cage, covered her up with a quilt so that she was in the dark. And the next morning I get up and go to check her, and it's still together, and she had pooped. So, I was so glad. So then we just left her in the cage. Oh, no, don't leave. Don't leave. I'm not done with your story. Hang on just a minute. So, long story short, because she's wanting to go play, is she laid an egg. When I let her out, I could tell she was wanting to lay an egg because she was back behind that little roost bar in the cage, and she was just scratching and making noises. And so I got her out, and I thought, oh, please don't let that become an egg bound up in that stuff, like a And that, oh, don't leave, don't leave. Please just wait. Please just wait. Just wait. Don't let the people see you. So, I gotta hurry. So I took her out in the grass and I set her down, and she took off like a gunshot toward the hen house, to the run and up the little steps and into the egg box. And she laid an egg, and all her stuff stayed inside. Oh my gosh, I'm just so excited. Of course, I haven't looked today. I should probably take a look before I let her down while I have her. I'll do that right now. Let me see what I can see. Let me just take a quick peeky-do. Take a quick peeky-do. I just want to see what your vent looks like. Oh, yeah, it's good. It's good. Yeah, it's all back to normal. And they said, it's prone to happen again, but maybe not. So far, so good. So, Dorcas, you want to tell everybody goodbye? Because I know you want to go. Let me bring them so close so they can really see a good look at my little Dorcas. Look over there. Look over there. Can they see you? Can they see how pretty you are? Look at you. Look at you. You're such a good little girl. Yes. Such a good little girl. You want to go play, don't you? She's been bad to get up in my flower boxes here and eat the vermiculite, which that's not supposed to be good for them either. So I'm trying to keep her out of that. Anyway, so that is my adventure with Dorcas. And I'm sorry to say she didn't. Oh, I'm hitting it with my swing. I know, baby. Hitting the camera with my swing. So anyway, if I can come up with another sleepy chicken, I'll get back on here and you can see it. It's really cool. It's one of my favorite pastimes to sit here and just rock these little girls and watch them go to sleep. So watching those little eyelids just close. So, all right, Dorcas, I think we're done talking. All right, everybody have a great evening, and we'll see you again soon.